Welcome to QUTV Sports. I'm Juel, and I'm here with bowling coach Nick Bohanan. So I'm going to ask you a few questions here today. First question, how long have you been a bowling coach, and why did you become one?
I started in coaching bowling really in 2009, so it's been about 12, 13 years now. And it was just kind of a natural progression from where I was as a sports performance specialist and athletic trainer to get more involved in the coaching aspect. So it's gotten me to here through different routes.
Okay. What made you choose QU?
The location, it's closer to home from where I was. Also, knowing that the QU is part of the GLVC and knowing other teams that are in the conference and how good of a conference it is, it was just seemed like a good fit for the challenge and also being back with people that I consider family. I'm really close friends with a lot of the coaches in the conference already before I even started working here, so it was a good fit for me.
What are you looking forward to, and what are your goals for this season?
We're getting closer to the end, so we're just hoping to have more continuous development, building on what we started last year as our first year, and just hoping to be competitive in the conference tournament and give some of the existing teams a challenge and make them have to earn what they think is theirs.
What is one of your biggest lessons you learned from being a coach?
Still learning it, but needing to be patient and positive at all times, and it can definitely be a drag at times. I'm sure a lot of coaches can relate to that, but just being there for the athletes at all times.
Who is your biggest influence as a bowler?
I probably have two, be Coach Gordon Vatican at Wichita State, and then Rod Ross, that was a longtime head coach of the U.S. team. They're both really good mentors of mine, and I still reach out to them regularly for advice.
Which returning bowlers, both men and women's, should we look out for this upcoming season, so next season?
Definitely Tony Lundy is good. And then Caden Witt is developing. I mean, all the guys are really good, but those two definitely stand out. And on the women's side, Carolina Alvarado and Melina Arisbe, they're both from Mexico. They have a lot of potential.
What are some of the biggest successes the bowling team has had so far?
On the women's side, we just recently beat the number 7 team in the country, Arkansas State, at the University of Nebraska's tournament. So we knocked them off in a 5-game Baker total pinfall.
What are your recruiting methods, and what would you change for the upcoming year?
Really, we're just trying to find athletes that are good students as well, ones that want to be here and be a positive influence on the team. So the main thing I want to change is just trying to find more of them that are going to bring the positive energy, probably more extroverts that are going to drive up the energy. Sometimes we get kind of down, especially if we're bowling bad, so having ones that will keep us pumped up.
How do you think the first 2 seasons of this team has gone, and what are some things you would change?
I think they've gone really well for being a brand new program. We've have done really well with this year compared to last year, so we've definitely made some improvements. I would say that probably the hardest thing that we've done is had to compete against the really big teams, and so it kind of brings us down a little bit. So maybe scheduling more teams that are equally balanced to us, just to help build our confidence before we really attack the big guys.
All right, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
This is QUTV Sports. I'm Juel, and thank you for being here.